future of road cars being electric and everything getting electrified, it's only a matter of time before motorsport also gets electrified. Now, of course, we have the Formula E single-seater series, but what about prototype racing? That's what the Porsche GT4 e-Performance is hinting at. This is the very first electric car, the race car prototype that Porsche has built. It is right now on a roadshow to show potential racers, sponsors, circuit owners what the future of a Cup racing electric series could look like. We are going to get a taxi lap in that car. Like I said, that's the only one. It probably costs 2.5–3 million euros. So we're only going to get taxi laps. But before I jump into the race suit, let me show you around the Porsche GT4 e-Performance. So the GT4 e-Performance is based on the GT4 Club Sport, but obviously it has been electrified. Now, this does not have a skateboard, so the battery has to be split into 3 parts. The first part is out here in the nose. So this is the first part of the battery. The second is in the passenger footwell. So that's the second battery out there. And then the third is where the regular engine would probably be sited. So that's the third piece of the battery, and obviously all 3 are connected and makes for an electric race car. The chassis is based on the 718 Cayman GT4 Club Sport with the electric motor and battery technology from the Mission R concept. In qualifying mode, it can generate up to 1072 bhp, which is sent to all 4 wheels, while in race mode, 603 bhp is available for 30 minutes. This is the normal duration for a Carrera Cup race. In terms of lap time and top speed, the GT4 e-Performance is a match for the current 992 generation 911 GT3 Cup. Now you'll notice a lot of these green lights around the car. That shows that the car is safe, so it can be touched. There is the lights on top also as well, lights on the dashboard. So it indicates that the car is safe. It's not got, like, if you touch it, you won't get electrified. There's also what's called the curse jump. So that's something that we need to practice before we can go out on a taxi lap. So that's when everything is charged and you have to jump out of the car. You should not get grounded. So you can't touch the car as well as the ground. So you just jump out of the car, and that is the safe curse jump. So instead of barrels of fuel, obviously you have a charger in the pits. This is a standard DC charger that you would find anywhere in Europe. But out here, they use the charge is stored in batteries which are actually reused from Taycan. So the second life use for the Taycan batteries is actually used in the charger out here. Now, it takes around 15 minutes for 5 to 80% full charge via this charger. And that's how the car is charged. Thanks to the 900-volt technology, the battery can be charged from 5 to 80% state of charge in around 15 minutes. The lighting is also very cool on the car. So you have these LED lights up front. But what's really cool is out here at the back. You can see the car being charged right now out here. So all these cool little things can be done with electric cars. A quick briefing and we are off. And when the driver puts his foot down at the exit of the pit lane, my head is thrown back violently into the seat. I have been in race cars, but the instant acceleration is as unexpected as it is shocking. This is bloody fast. The Franciacorta track that we are on in Italy is quite tight, and the multiple braking zones are well suited to the requirements of an electric car. In the GT4 e-Performance, nearly 50% of the range is delivered by recuperation, so it needs plenty of heavy braking zones. Cornering performance is as you would expect of a race car shod with slicks, but the acceleration out of corners, thanks to the instant response of the electric drivetrain and also the all-wheel drive traction, is staggering. And with no gears to go through, the acceleration stays hard and strong until it is time to stand on the brakes once again. For the second lap, we switched to qualifying mode and have 1072 bhp on tap. That's an incredible amount of power, violent power, and it crushes me into the seat when he puts his foot down on the straight. Together with the space-age whine from the motors, this performance is just extraordinary, leaves me breathless, and in fact, I am thankful the taxi ride is only for 2 laps. Any more and I'd probably start to feel sick. So what are the stumbling blocks in an electric race car series? Now for a Cup car series, this also has to relate to a road car. The 718 is going to get electrified. And when that's done, you'll have this in a racing series, and that will be the road car and the race car, the connection between the two. Another thing, electric cars, they don't really sound as emotional as IC engines, do they? But this actually does sound interesting. It's a very different aural character to a combustion engine, but it does sound loud. And from the inside, I couldn't talk because there's just so much of noise that there was no point in me talking. That's why we've got a voiceover on that entire bit. So in the days to come, you'll probably have a Carrera Cup series running on e-fuels, and parallelly, you'll have something like the GT4 e-Performance running on electricity. And that will mean that both fuels will be used. So you will still have combustion engines, but you will also have electric vehicles running parallelly in the same race series. And that does mean that the future of motorsport will still be strong even when everything goes electric.